You survived a bomb blast that was about 100 metres away from you.
Yeah.
What is that like?
At that moment, you just freeze. You just can't move. You see things unfold in front of you in slow-mo almost. That stayed with me for a very long time.
Tell me what Iraq felt like in your early years, because you lived through the Gulf War.
All the Gulf Wars.
All of the Gulf Wars. I'm sure there's like a crusade or something that you missed way back then. But, so, what are your earliest memories of Iraq?
My earliest memory of the place was that it was a warm place, family-oriented, sort of country that's relatively volatile, and I've always known it as being a volatile place.
What does that do to a kid to live in a place that you understand to be volatile?
I noticed the kind of stark difference moving to Australia, because things like, very mundane things like having a diary was a very weird concept, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Right. You don't know whether there's like a bomb around the corner or there's like an air raid. So the idea of not knowing what's going to happen next week was really weird. It was a police state. You couldn't say much. You couldn't criticize anyone or anything. And from an economic perspective as well, my dad is a microbiologist. He's got a PhD in microbiology, and his wage was like, I can't even remember, it was like $3, an equivalent of $3 a month.
Jesus.
It was horrible. We had food stamps, and everyone was included. And you see Saddam building palaces all the time. Stop trying to shake it.
You're a guy running out the place, huge parties, and your job is to give people fun.
Yeah.
I was curious about, how do people have fun? How does fun and music and culture manifest in an environment where life is sort of on an edge a little bit?
I think people tend to head into the fun way to try to forget about all the troubles happening. And I still remember when the invasion happened, the coalition invasion happened in 2003. The first chance people got to leave their homes and actually open shops and stuff, everybody was out because they wanted to just forget about it and just have fun and try to live life relatively normally. We kind of decided that we had to do something about it. Things are not getting good, they're not getting better, they're getting probably worse. Again, it's the volatility is a lot more tangible, and my dad thought we just need to do something. So he just decided to pack his bags. We're in Jordan, in Amman, Jordan, which is the only sort of exit point for Iraqis back then. And you have to travel by land. It takes like 10 hours, 12 hours to travel through the desert. And he thought, yeah, I got to do this. I need to do something about it. So my mum and my sister and I thought, we'll go back home, we'll brave it. But little do we know that Saddam, well, the whole regime would end up being gone. And the invasion happened as well in 2003. And my dad, packed his bags and pretty much traveled to Australia on a boat. And yeah, got locked up in Woomera for a year.
Your dad has left, and he has, I assume, very limited capacity to communicate with you guys, whether he's alive, whether he's well. What were you getting back?
Letters.
Letters?
Yeah.
Do you remember what the letters had in them?
I do remember him telling us he was outside in a courtyard, and there's like fences around the place, and everyone's just locked in, and they're looking at the desert, and they can see like countless kangaroos running around, they're freer than them,
So how did you guys end up coming out to Australia?
Well, he finally got his permanent residency.
How long did that take?
6 years, about 6 years.
Did you see him in those intervening years? What did you actually know of Australia when you came out?
Not much. I knew of Savage Garden.
And when I'm popping, you get down like this hot damn.
When you came to Australia, at some point you got a job at a music store.
Yes, right away, pretty much within 2-3 months.
And what sort of impact did that have on you?
It's amazing. And working in the music store at that time was crucial to me understanding the culture in Australia.
Oh yeah, what do you learn about the culture in a music store?
Not taking things too seriously.
Yeah.
Without that, I wouldn't have been making music for a living. I studied, I went to Adelaide Uni and...
What was interesting though is your mum said that you should do music.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum said I should take a serious job like a teacher or doctor.
I know.
You lucked out on the immigrant mum snakes.
Exactly, yeah, because...
The future's not what it used to be.
My extended family's all like doctors, engineers, so it's part of that. And also as an immigrant, you come here and you're like, you need to work extra hard because you need to rebuild your life because you left everything behind. So it's natural for them to kind of be realistic. What are you going to do as a musician in a country full of amazing musicians and you're an immigrant? My mum thought, Tez, you're doing really well. And for my mum to say that was a big turning point for me.
Have you ever been back to Iraq?
No, absolutely, I can't really.
Why not?
It's not only dangerous, but I know probably it's not going to be easy coming back to Australia without getting a lot of questions asked.
Do you ever wish you could? If all that didn't exist, do you ever wish you could go back and see places you hung out as a kid?
Yeah, I would love to. But I think I'm a lot more myself here than I have been there. And you have control over your destiny in many ways. And have a diary and know what you're going to eat next week.
When you're up there on the stage and you see the army of people in front of you, are you surprised at how your career has gone, at how your life has gone?
I played a festival in Las Vegas called EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival. Yeah. It's one of the biggest festivals in the world. Yeah, and there was about 30,000 people in front of me. That was probably one of the points in my life where I kind of stopped and really took in what was going on around me. And I thought, I made this track in my bedroom. Like I made this track in my bedroom on my laptop by myself and in my tiny house that I used to live in Adelaide. And I remembered how much I was enjoying myself doing that and it's right there in front of me. Music is like a manifestation of you in like a form of a song composition or a tune. It's like a piece of you everywhere, you know? So I'm very thankful when I get up there. I think within myself, I think that.
Hi Ted, thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.